Footsteps sounded behind her. She turned her head to look, and someone shoved her in the back. She fell to her knees, dropping the pot in the dust of the road. Margaretha is viewed as a hopeless romantic and a flibbertigibbet, a person who chatters a lot and is not very intelligent. For 1 whole year, Margaretha has been rejecting suitors and hopes to one day find a man who is impulsive, heroic, and passionate like her father. One day, the potter and his apprentice bring to Hagum Castle a man who is left to die. Margaretha is curious about this foreign stranger who cannot speak German, her native tongue. His voice was so hoarse and cracked when they first met that he sounded more as if he was croaking than speaking words. Luckily, Margaretha is fluent in English, the native tongue of the foreigner, and as she helps the healer, Frau Lena, heal this man, she learns that he believes that her current suitor, Roland Froskew, Earl of Claybrook, murdered his sister's best friend. Margaretha cannot believe that a man who wears ridiculously long hats could murder a pregnant woman. One day, Margaretha loses a diamond, ruby, and sapphire bracelet that belonged to her great-grandmother after riding a wild stallion. The stallion bucked her off near a large stone well, and the priceless heirloom slipped off her wrist and landed on a ledge inside the well. The foreign stranger, known as Frog Boy by the servants, witnessed the entire event, and in his bright green leather jerkin and leather breeches with moltish greenish spots, crawls into the well and retrieves the heirloom. Margaretha is grateful for his service and asks how she can repay him. Frog Boy requests that she spies on the Earl of Claybrook. Reluctantly, she accepts this request and is startled to learn that the Earl of Claybrook plans to seize Hagum Castle, kill her father and her older brother, and marry her under the guise that all this misfortune was the Earl's uncle's doing. Read The Princess Spy by Melanie Dickerson to find out if Margaretha stops the Earl of Claybrook from his devious scheme. Melanie Dickerson enjoys inventing new stories that are inspired by a popular fairy tale. For example, The Princess Spy was inspired by The Frog Prince. When asked how she uses fairy tales to write her stories, Melanie states that if it's the first book in a series, I start out with the fairy tale, then build a story around it using the elements I like most about the fairy tale. Otherwise, I start out with a main character who is a minor character in a previous story. Then I pick out a fairy tale that seems to work with that character's situation and personality. See how many Frog Prince references you can find in The Princess Spy.